This girl has seen so many dark sided things in her life, and I understand this new journey that she's on so much, and I'm going to tell you why. So as most of you guys know, Kefilwe is on a spiritual journey that she embarked on shortly after shooting Young, Famous and African. By the time the show aired, she was a completely different woman. She is no longer Kefilwe Mabote, she is now Kefilwe Faith Mabote. She revealed that she was on this new journey in January. She says that she fasted for 3 months. On certain days, she did not eat. On certain days, she only survived on water. And she says that that's when God started to reveal and show her things that shocked her. Like the fact that she had opened the door to, the Marine Kingdom, wrong crowds, and, soul ties. And in one of her, Instagram stories, she was burning her Versace clothing items. Anyway, I was like, wrong crowds, Marine Kingdom. Let me go check if she still follows the Mamkize because, yeah. And guess what I found? They no longer follow each other. Like, what happened? But I kind of get it because according to sources online, Kefilwe met, the last husband allegedly through Mamkize. And I'm assuming that on my side, like that's what I'm thinking, that Mamkize is choosing to side with her friend, which is not really shocking knowing, the type of person that she is. And I even joked online, basically stating that, maybe she saw one of Kizo's pets and decided, you know what, let me repent immediately. And random question, like, would you guys sleep here? Like, because I'm quite sure she has spent a night over. And I know what you're thinking, like, why burn the clothes instead of donating or selling them? And the answer is as simple as, why would you donate something that you deem, to be demonic? And she did state, on her Instagram that the main problem that she has is the Medusa logo and what it represents to her. Anyway, that was back in January, but today she decided to let us in a little bit more. So I want you guys to listen very closely. So she says that in 2004, she was in grade 10 and she grew up in a very religious family. And this one Sunday, she decided to go to church, and 12 Apostles is the name of the church, allegedly. So she gets there and, prophecies are quite common and most of them ziyakwazwa, but meaning he whispered in her ear to tell her that she was chosen by God to marry the apostle's son. Now remember, this is a girl that is in grade 10. Age-wise, I don't know how old we're talking because, again, this is what Kefilwe that we're talking about. But again, kumdana, because she was in grade 10. So anyway, she says that at the time she had a boyfriend. She says that in as much as they had principles by, no sex before marriage, it was still quite a serious relationship in the sense that the boy's parents, as well as Kefilwe's parents, knew that they were dating. But obviously that did not matter to the apostles because soon after they sent the apostles' second in command, which was an older woman, to Kefilwe, to basically relay the prophecy. They get there and they find, Makuluka Kefilwe, and, she is too scared and too loyal to dispute what the apostle is saying. So they agree and ayochatiswa uKefilwe eku grade 10. So now she says the wedding was massive. It was the apostle's son, so you can just imagine. She had to move and change schools, and that's when she realized that she was no longer just a student, and now she was somebody's wife, as young as she was. Which is just crazy, because I'm quite sure she was like maybe 15 or 16. She says that they treated her very nicely in the beginning until they actually got what they wanted. She says the houses that they were living in were haunted. She struggled to sleep because whenever she slept, she would get sleep paralysis. She says that things were so bad that she tried unaliving herself and she was hospitalized, and yet she was instructed not to tell anyone, including her family, about the things that she was experiencing. And the husband was apparently nothing but an alcoholic who was paraded around like a saint in church, but somehow she got pregnant. She says the family was so excited, but weirdly kept on asking her about the sex of the baby. And when she told them that she was carrying a boy, they were over the moon. But apparently she was not happy at all. Now, fast forward to 2007, her aunt comes to visit. And that's when she decided, you know what, this is my only way out. And that's when she said, to the family, I'm going to go with my aunt. I'll be back on Sunday. I'm taking my baby with me. And she never came back. So now later, she goes to Home Affairs to basically get a printout of your marriage certificate. Because I'm assuming at this point she wanted to expose the whole, church and everything that had been going on. Because during her time there, she basically developed a close relationship with one of the apostles' daughters who let her in on family secrets, including, witchcraft and stuff like that had to involve the church. But anyway, she gets to Home Affairs and they tell her, no, babe, from what we see here, you have never been married. It says here you are single, which basically means that the big wedding and the documents that she signed when she was there were all fraudulent. She says that she tried to expose the whole thing by going to newspapers and stuff like that, but she was silenced because, no journalist wanted to cover it until me. So in conclusion, I don't think this whole journey is fake. Like, she barely posts nowadays on Instagram, and she has unfollowed most of her Instagram friends. I do believe that witchcraft is real, and, men and women will do anything to get to her bag. Because I know how these girls live, and Kefilwe was one of the elite. If she's writing a tell-all book, I will certainly be down for it, because I really hope she is. But who will write it? Yeah, I hope she gets someone to write it for her, because I will certainly be set for it. This girl has lived, okay? She says she's gotten offers from men who want to buy her eggs and stuff. So I don't think that she's lying about the things that she's talking about, and I'm actually rooting for her. So yeah, good luck, Kefilwe.